Yeah, hey guys, this is today's project. This is an old squirrel cage blower fan that I've had. I've had this thing since the 90s, and what this was off of an old mobile home furnace. Back in the day, I used to work for a mobile home company, servicing the HVAC systems and plumbing and stuff on the mobile homes. And we changed out an old mobile home furnace that had a bad heat exchanger, and I kept the blower off of it and rigged it up to use it as a shop fan and stuff and whatnot, you know. Had it for a long time, since like 97. And then I let a neighbor borrow it the other day, and it was running for a couple hours and it stopped working because he had a leak and his carpet was wet, so he was using it to dry the carpet. And I went over to see what happened to it, and the motor was really hot, so it went off on thermal overload. And once it cooled off, it ran again, but it shouldn't be doing that. And I found that the squirrel cage is a little stiff. It turns, but not real. It's not stiff, not as free as it should be. That thing should just keep going and going and going when I do that. And it's a little stiff. And the let's see if you can see it. The vent holes on the front of the motor. That's important to see and to note. These are clogged up with dust, and so there should be some on the front of the motor too, on the other side, like this. And there's quite a bit of dust in there. So the windings aren't burnt. It didn't smell or anything like that. It just got really hot. I mean, you grab onto this thing and you had to jerk off of it or you'd burn yourself. Motor should never get that hot. So hopefully I can save it. I'm going to have to take it apart. So there's the bolts there. I rigged that switch on there. I mean, shoot, that was, wow, in the 90s. 97 I did that. So yeah, I put a front on it, wooden front to give it some support. A switch. I painted it, still the original paint from the 90s that I put on. This thing was red. It was originally red, so I'm going to have to soak the crap out of that hex screw up there. That's got it takes an Allen wrench, so that thing is rusty. Because like I said, I haven't done anything to this. It pulled it off the furnace. It was junk in the furnace, and I kept the squirrel cage. Had to put some sheet metal on the backside, because this blower was designed to where the way it was mounted in the furnace, the flue pipe went around this. The flue pipe was kind of a flat shape on this side, and the blower went up against it to kind of maximize the heat, and it kept the flue cool too as it went through the roof jack on the mobile home. So yeah, I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to soak it in oil, take it apart, take the motor apart, clean it real good, and maybe I can save it. I mean, it's not a big deal. I've got that blower that I made off that dryer vent. I just got to mount that on some wood, but yeah, I just thought I'd show this. Some things and you can do with old stuff, old junk, ways to recycle, repurpose something. So yeah, see what happens when you get it done. Like I said, I could plug it in right now. It does run. It'll run for a while till that motor gets good and hot, then it'll shut off on thermal overload. It's a thermally protected motor, which is good, because if that wasn't the case, that motor would sit there and just start baking until it started smoking and would literally catch fire. So it's a safety feature. So a lot of your electric motors have that on there. It's called a thermal safety, or thermally protected, and that's what that means. It'll get hot, it'll just kick the motor off. It shuts it off. So anyway, there you have it, guys. Just a little project going on for, well, not necessarily today. Kids will be home from school soon, but this week. Thanks for watching, guys.